Hello everybody, my name is Kristen Roplat and I'm an acupuncturist here in Southern California and also an expert in cellular healing. And I was thinking about what happens to all of us when we have something that all of a sudden crops up, whether it's a serious diagnosis, whether we're diagnosed with cancer or diabetes or heart disease, or whether it's something that happens, these chronic symptoms that happen day to day to day, and they nag on and they can't figure out at the doctor's office why in the heavens that you feel so lousy. I just talked to one of my very best friends who has been to the doctor 3 different times. She's exhausted, she has white spots on her tonsils, and they're not really doing the right kinds of blood tests to figure out what's going on. Does she have mononucleosis? Does she have Epstein-Barr? Does she have a very virulent virus? She's just not getting better. And that is really what's difficult about this whole situation. But today what I want to address is the root cause of disease. So what does that mean? That means that when you get a diagnosis, you don't all of a sudden just have it. Things have been going on that have been kind of crazy in your body for many years or many months or many days, whatever it is. And the root cause, one of the huge root causes, is inflammation. And why does that bother your body so much? If you picture your cells, you have about 70 trillion cells in your body, and you have a cellular membrane that needs to be very supple around each one of your cells. And the reason why that cell membrane can't be hard is because you need to be able to get all of your food nutrients into your cell to feed the powerhouse of the cell called the mitochondria. And I don't know if you remember that from high school biology, but the mitochondria produces what is called ATP energy. And if that mitochondria is functioning, your cells are healthy and your body is healthy. But if your mitochondria is not getting nourished because there's so much inflammation around your cell membranes, then you're going to be in trouble. So you go to the doctor, they say you have inflammation. Or they may not even figure out that you have inflammation. But what you have to figure out with a trained healthcare practitioner is, where is that inflammation coming from in the first place? Is it based in food? Are you gluten sensitive, dairy sensitive, sugar sensitive? Are you eating foods that you don't even know about that you might be allergic to? So perhaps having an allergy food test would be a good step. What have you been exposed to? Have you ever had silver amalgams in your mouth? Do you still have those silver fillings in your mouth? Have you taken them out in past years? But why I'm worried about that is because even though the American Dental Association would not agree with me, those silver amalgams are filled with mercury. And mercury is incredibly dangerous to your system and to your brain. So there could be some heavy metal issues that you're not aware of. Are you being exposed to some kind of a mold problem in your workplace or at home? Mold carries these spores that for about 23 or 24% of the population, you can't develop antigens against mold. And those mold endotoxins, what is produced by mold spores, will keep circulating in your gut and in your liver and your biocomplex and cause many, many, many symptoms. Have you been exposed to pesticides? Perhaps you use pesticides at home. I pray to God you don't use Roundup. It is so bad. I'll be talking about Roundup and glyphosate in another video. But I pray to God that you're not being exposed to that. Perhaps you live in an area where there is a lot of pesticide exposure and spraying in farms perhaps next to you, or you're using very yucky chemicals, you have personal care products that are not clean. There's so many ways and so many things that can cause inflammation in your body, and you have to have the sources of inflammation that are blocking your cell membranes so that your mitochondria can't produce enough energy to make you healthy. And that is what I'm saying, that you need to get down and dirty and figure out the root cause cause of whatever chronic or acute problems that you have. So I'm really hoping that you have a very good and smart kind of health sleuth so that you can figure these things out, because that's not usually what a doctor does, although there's some great holistic doctors out there that do that. So if you want any information, you can give me a call. You'll see the information below. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great, healthy day, and look for that root cause. Okay, bye-bye.